up to 12 free stocks. Webull is going to give you up to 12 free stocks. When you open a new Webull brokerage account, put at least 1 penny in that account. They're going to give you up to 12 free stocks. If you're interested in that offer, guys, there's a link down in the description box of the video. Go click on that Webull link. Open up your new Webull brokerage account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. You got 25 days left in 2022 to prepare yourself financially for 2023. The question is, what are you doing today to get yourself one step closer to having financial freedom in your life? In today's video,
with the most standard safety features in its class. The powerfully new 2022 Nissan Rogue.
I'm gonna talk to you about 3 behaviors that I believe can help get you there. Discipline, consistency, and patience. And I'm gonna tell you a story about 2 individuals and how they utilize those 3 behaviors to get them to their financial freedom. The first individual was a lady. She was a secretary, and the most money she ever made in her career in 1 year was $50,000 salary. This lady was disciplined though. She was consistent. And she was patient. She took her salary over a 50-year period and did something extraordinary with it. Now, this lady lived a modest lifestyle. She owned her own home, but she wasn't extravagant. She led a good life, but it wasn't a jet-setting life. But one thing she did do, she invested. Every single month, she invested into a broad-based stock market mutual fund. And over a 50-year period of doing that, guys, she amassed a small fortune. Unfortunately, this lady passed away. And when her family started digging through her financial records, they discovered that this secretary, making no more than $50,000 a year, had amassed over $7 million investment portfolio. Let's move on to this second individual. Now, this gentleman was a Harvard-educated investment banker, making millions and millions of dollars a year. And let's see how he actually utilized these 3 behaviors. This gentleman actually filed for personal bankruptcy the same year that the secretary actually passed away. And when he filed for bankruptcy, he had 2 mortgage payments totaling $153,000 per month. So how does an Harvard-educated Wall Street banker who has all the knowledge in the world and all the financial tools at his fingertips, how does he file for personal bankruptcy, but a secretary who doesn't have any of those financial tools at her fingertips builds a nest egg of over $7 million? How does that happen? I'm gonna tell you how it happens. Discipline, consistency, and patience. See, guys, building wealth, in my opinion, has 10% to do with knowledge and
We found a lot of items of clothing. Like, we'll find like swim trunks and jeans and tank top. And like, where did
90% to do with behaviors. And the secretary had that right mindset when it came to her behaviors with money. And unfortunately, the Wall Street banker did not. Thus the reason he filed for personal bankruptcy. It just blows my mind how often people believe that knowledge will get them to their financial freedom. And guys, I'm not saying a level of knowledge isn't required. It is, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is your behavior with money, what you do with the money that you do make. And let's face it, in the United States, we do not do very well with money. We are a nation of spenders. And that is the way our economy is set up. And there's no reason why we can't change that if we put our minds to it. But it starts with changing the way you think about money, changing the way you use money, changing the way you view money. All of those things need to change. The most important thing for me at 26 years old was figuring out a way how to control 100% of my time and how to control my own financial destiny. That was the only thing that was on my mind, right? So I used my 9-to-5 job. I wasn't passionate about that job, but I used that job in order to earn income and then take that income. And I started investing small amounts of that income into assets that I knew over time, if I would just stay disciplined, stay consistent, and stay patient, I knew over time that small amount of money I was investing in the stock market would yield big results for me. Then I also added a second asset class, which was real estate for income. I started saving up my little pennies, leveraging my good credit, leveraging my income from my 9-to-5, and doing a 5-to-1 leverage ratio to borrow money to buy real estate. And I just kept doing that year after year, one property at a time. I wasn't trying to figure out how to build some $50 million real estate portfolio and overwhelm myself and defeat myself before I could even begin. No, I took baby steps. One property at a time. And I tell people that often when they contact me on Instagram and they say, Richard, hey man, I want to get into real estate. What's the best thing for me to do? Have verifiable income, have decent credit, and have some down payment money. And then get you a good real estate agent, tell them what you're looking for, and then get out there and find that first property. Once you buy that first property, you put a tenant in it, you're gonna be good to go. You'll know how to do every property thereafter. And that's all I did, guys. I didn't have a lot of knowledge about real estate when I got started. Matter of fact, I had no knowledge. But I did have enough knowledge to go out and find an expert. See, that's the thing. A lot of us, we trying to become experts. No. We don't need to be an expert. Go out and find an expert. If I want to buy a piece of real estate for income, I go find an expert to help me. The expert would be a good real estate agent. That's all you got to do, guys. Right? Same with investing in the stock market. You don't have to be the expert. Just go find a good investment firm like Vanguard, who's already done all the work for you. All you got to do then is be disciplined, consistent, and patient, and dollar cost average into a broad-based stock market ETF like a S&P 500 or a total stock market. And you're going to win, man. They've already done the work for you, right? So let's make sure we use these last 25 days, guys, to get ourselves in a position where we're ready to win in 2023. Drop me some comments and let me know what you think about the secretary and the Wall Street banker story. Very surprising to me, but then again, it's not surprising because again, discipline, consistency, and patience when it comes to anything in this life that we're trying to accomplish, guys. If we have those three behaviors, we're gonna do extremely well in this life. If you want those 12 free stocks from Webull, click on that link down in the description.